if I could get this speed, this wheel, and fix it. It's uh, it's it's using the old, it's using the old thrusters to spin it. And also, back then, I didn't know how to make it so that it didn't need the ground removed. Also, so I had to remove the ground so that it would have a place to sit in, so it would not rub against the ground. But I know how to fix that now. And the wheel, um, I can fix that too. So I downloaded it, and already I see a problem. Yeah, I was a dumbass back then. I didn't. Yeah, I stuck that file in there. Yeah, that's crazy. So we need to copy this folder here to our clipboard and paste it in the level, not the level, paste it in the user folder in the vehicles folder. So now we can open this up. I can pull up the J-beam here, and if we look back, there's a Lua folder. I can delete that. I know we don't need that. So what we got to do is where the thrusters are is replace the old style with the new. So the easiest way to do that is to take one from the new and put it over there. Got to find some thrusters first. I thought they were on every one of these. I must have removed them out of some of them. Yeah, I gotta pull up a different one. It's not something I got memorized. Oh, come on now. I know I ain't removed them out of all these. And maybe I did. It only takes one you save at one time and you keep reusing that same one. And yeah, they'll all be missing out of it. That's what it seems like I've done. I don't know why I would have took it out of any of them, really. I don't know. I'm a different person every day, I think. I don't realize what the one before me did the day before. What it seems like. So here we go, thrusters. Now we don't need all that. We just need this one. And you see how like the nodes end here for the nodes, and then the beams here. So in between one of these kind of brackets on both sides, on top and bottom. You paste this, and then you change this to be the nodes that you want to act as a thruster. So, I guess I could just do this now. Probably would help. Also, save me from making another video if I still got it. It's the one for the thruster tutorial. Yeah, here we go. So if you look at this object, you see these. It's not the tutorial. It's too short. So BL1 is a node. It's going to create a thruster by connecting to BR5. BL1 is where the thing is going, and BR5 is where it's coming from, if they're laid out like that. Looking at the J-beam here, you can see by the red circles which one is BL1 and BR5. The second one determines where it's coming from, the first one where it's going to. So if we look at a 3D model of that's representing a J-beam, you can see the nodes here, the little dots. That's BL1, that's BR5. So if that becomes a thruster, what direction do you think that's going to spin? Using the negative values will make the thruster come on all the time. So you don't have to auto start it. And you can see another illustration about how this is like a rocket. And if you put them on the other side too, go in the other direction, it'll help it spin better. And that's what I'm going to do with the tire. So it evenly spins, it's not getting off. Now this is extra stuff for the tornado so that it can control the tornado. I did not get all that implemented yet. But you can use different inputs to control the thrusters, steering being one, clutch being one, gas and brake. And as you can see, the way this is going to work with the tornado anyway, it's going to be all these thrusters that go into here, these different places that you control as this thing's spinning. Well, then you can see some of the challenge in getting it to go the direction you want it to go. And that was just an earlier attempt to make it. And I thought, well, you could tilt the whole table. That would make it move, but no. What happens is it throws it out of there, or it's too jittery. You know, it's too rapid of a movement. So, looking at that video, we can now pull up the J-beam for that wheel. We'll just load a level and pull it up real quick. It should spawn now with that Lua being fixed. Oh, I got to take the old out of there too, that's right. We'll go ahead and just replace the stuff real quick. So the old thrusters in here is here. So as you see the bracket in the bracket that separates the stuff, that's where we're going to put this. And this is the new thruster here, the way the new ones work. I don't know what the speed should be. I'll just leave it at this for now. One of these is the absolute speed, and one is like the amount. The rate at which it excels to that speed. I don't remember which one's which. I usually just leave them the same. So if we make it a gas input, you can accelerate it or decelerate it based on the amount of gas you give it. But you got to remove the negative values for that. Alright, so the number BR45, B47, well, they're not part of this wheel, so we got to load it and see what part they are. I'll just load it in the game. It's easier to see it that way. Found a place to put it. Oh, this little area. I'm like, what the hell is that? That is supposed to be the rain. But you can see it's not saving it right. It's reloading, but it's different every time for some stupid ass reason. I don't know yet what's going on with that. But We'll spawn our wheel in here. Look. Wheel. Where's down here? Tire 2. Probably also don't have reference nodes set correctly. Have to look at that too. So hitting Control N show us the node numbers. So like you saw in the video, like that's AL2 and AL0. If I want the thing to spin that direction, I could use AL2, AL0, and on the other side, AL15 and AL13. And then even on the other side for even more spin. A6 and A19 are anchored. They don't move. If you look at the beams, you can see how the beams, how they are. But these in the middle do not move, but they can rotate. That's why it's not falling to the ground. It's anchored. So AL2 and AL0. Let's go pull up the J-beam. AL0, AL1. Now, since steering is an option, the good thing about steering is using it is you can do 2 directions depending on which direction you turn the wheel and go left or right. Or the other ones is just one direction. And if you want to reverse it, then you got to do another one for like brake, so it goes backwards. But this will allow it to go both ways. AL, you know what, maybe I should do this one on the other side if I'm only going to do 2. AR25, AR24. So we'll just duplicate it. Make sure you make sure they're all going the same direction, or they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to be fighting each other, so it's going that way. Then okay, AR23. AR21. Alright, let's save it. And then in the game, we'll reload it with Control R. Yeah, that reference node ain't set. It shouldn't be spawning like that. It's a pain in the ass when it does that, because then you gotta take the time to get it straight. So I'm giving it gas. It's not doing nothing. I guess I should check to make sure the same thing will even rotate. Yeah. I did save it, didn't I? I don't think that matters, but you never know. Oh, I said steering input. I'm sitting here pressing the damn gas pedal, thinking I done did something wrong. No, I didn't do nothing wrong. But I am pressing steering and it ain't doing nothing. I see it looks like it wants to do something. Huh. Let's see something real quick. Did I do that the right way? AL0, AL1. Make it go this way. No, I did do it damn backwards, dumbass. That's what I said. You can't do that, or they'll fight each other and they'll cancel each other out. That's the thing. Gotta make sure you don't do that. Now it spins. Depending on the direction I cut the steering wheel, depends on which way it spins and how fast it'll spin up to. Now, if you just want it to just spin a little, just give it a little gas and let go of it. It's going to probably end up slowing down to a stop, though. But if you hold it too long, it's going to just get really, really, really fast. Probably maybe get unstable. I don't know. Now if we move it into the ground. And we give it steering. You see it doesn't do anything because it's colliding with the ground. So I have to go up to here to the node section where it says collisions true, put false. This only means collisions with the ground, and self collisions that don't need that on either. It's not self colliding anywhere with itself that you need that on. And collision with the ground you don't need on because it's got anchors. It ain't gonna fall anywhere. Node material rubber. Alright, we'll leave that. Reset. Now putting it back in the ground, you can see that it spins without anything having to be cut out of the ground. Maybe I got the reference nodes set and I just got them all screwed up. I probably got them all confused, all messed up. Okay, I didn't move it out of there. I wasn't sure if I removed the mod that I didn't mean to move it out of there. Of the truck that breaks easy that I just shared, I don't know why I moved it out. That's why I like them, so you can see things break differently. Oh, I took it out. That was supposed to be horizontal rain just to make rain, but it really doesn't look like it. Now, unless you want to have to keep spinning the thing up every time, I don't want to do that. I'd just rather when I reset it spin itself back up. Then on the thrusters, put a negative value. That's going to probably be way too damn fast, and it doesn't have a stopping. It doesn't stop until whatever that number is at its maximum spin. Let's just see what that does. I probably have to do a few settings to get it just right. You don't want it to get too fast. You don't want to go too slow either. Now I'm pretty sure it'll collide with itself if you duplicate it, but that's a different object. It might be wobbling too. If it wobbles, it may not go where you want it to go. It may end up wobbling into itself, so I'm trying to say. Or into the other one. There ain't much force. You gotta get it up to speed. You see, well, you don't want it too fast either. If you get it too fast, it'll just mess up the damn physics. I just pause. Damn it. It'd be nice if they had a little thing that like showed up here which car you got having between them. It'd make a big difference. Or maybe they got it and I don't know where it's at. That could be too. Things getting spinning. They really need to fix this too. When you got free camera on and you try to turn the camera with a controller, it turns too slow. It slows down with the mouse too, but not nearly that much. Up on it real slow. Demolisher thingy, you know, demolisher mean like where it forces it in between some of these like steamrollers kind of thing. Yeah, it also gets stuck if there's not enough strength to the wheels, and well, they'll get hung up, they'll get caught up. But that'll force it through a little narrow hole. Top of thing's spinning pretty good. What do y'all think? What you think? Pretty cool, huh? Something so simple. I got too many of them. Kind of getting some bad performance. But it probably is likely how far the wind's blowing the trees that's causing that. I do got them blowing like 500 meters away. And that's a very intensive thing as far as the requirements for processing. That ain't quick enough. So we'll just make that 1,500. Now it's going to be a lot quicker. another 0 in there and see what that does. I may not have reset them. I didn't reset them with that newest value. I know that because they didn't get screwed up. What I mean by that is that their rotation got messed up. So no, I didn't have it set right for the 1,500. I mean, it didn't set it, is what I'm trying to say. Um, so it's probably fine. This is way too much. This is just going to be cause big problems. But we're going to run into it anyway, and then I'll probably leave it at that for this video. Some other things I got to try to get done. I thought there was one in the damn ground. Yeah. See what I mean? Can't have it that fast. It's just going to stop every time. Ain't no way nothing gonna survive that. Put too much more speed, it's just gonna get unstable. They're not spun up to the right speed. See, those are. They're still catching up. But anyway, I think that's it for this. Re-upload this thing so that it's updated. Share the link.